What's good, YouTube? We back ahead with another reaction video with your boy Playboy Mar Reacts. And today we are reacting to the satisfying end of MrBeast's crew. This is now the first video of the day, man. It is now currently 7 o'clock at night, man. And we got hella videos that's going to be coming out tonight. So you guys stay tuned to the channel, man. So that's me saying, if you haven't already subscribed and hit that notification button, make sure you guys hurry up and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button. So we're going to hurry up and we want to get right into this video, man. If you guys don't know who MrBeast is, you're going to see in this video. So let's hurry up and let's get right into this shit.
Exposed by his original YouTube crew, as multiple of his ex-employees have called him out for heinous things he's done behind the scenes and terrible conditions he puts them through on a frequent basis. Surprisingly, this goes all the way back to when MrBeast originally started blowing up on the platform, as numerous well-known characters in his content would make videos explaining their departure from the team, later describing some crucial details that nearly destroyed MrBeast's reputation multiple times in a row. And recently, things have only continued to get worse, as MrBeast would get sued for sexual harassment by an ex-employee for some of the most disgusting reasons possible. Reasons that he can barely speak on due to the amount of damage it could inflict on his reputation. In the early days, Jake the Viking was a very integral character in the content, which made it extremely strange when he would step away from the MrBeast team in early 2020, posting a video that would gain over 18 million views, only showing how popular of a member he was in the group. And what he said at first didn't make it seem like him leaving was anything too serious.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You saw the title, you know what it's about. Here we go. We're just gonna dive straight into
This PC
it.
look like my PC. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all.
You probably, if you're a MrBeast fan, you probably have noticed I have not been in the videos as of late. My piece no longer fit the puzzle, if that's the best way to put it. I had shown up. You know, I had done everything I was asked to do. I did it to the best of my ability. I helped the channel grow. When I joined, it was at 4 million, and when I left, I think we had just passed 30 million. But it was a mutual leaving. I had already shown, well, I'd already told him multiple times, you know, what I wanted to do was kind of be my own boss, do my own thing. You know, I like streaming. I like being able to get in front of the camera. And
we're not gonna skip past the simple fact that your shirt says butts. I don't even know who you are for real. Jake the Viking. Never actually heard of you, but my nigga, why you got a shirt that says butts? What, you like looking at butts? Freaky ass nigga.
Entertain people through playing video games or whatever it is. I wanted to be able to make my own videos. You know, I wanted the opportunity to travel and to go places. You know, me and MrBeast, or me and Jimmy did not have any type of falling out. There was no argument. There was no bashing. There was none of that. It was very mutual because it was something I was already contemplating, you know, not if, but when this was gonna happen, and it kind of got sped up.
And he would emphasize it once again that there was absolutely nothing wrong with him or MrBeast, and that they were still on good terms even after he left the team.
There's no hard feelings anywhere, and the fact that I was able to be a part of one of the best YouTube channels in the world, you know, and learn from one of the best and be a part of the best, you know, and kind of put that on my resume and kind of check it off is amazing. Now it's time. I want to move on. I want to start my own brand. I want to start my own thing. I want to do my own thing, you know, and I really want to just push and, you know, kind of be my own person, my own thing, my own brand. You know, I really want to do all that. I have parted ways with MrBeast and the MrBeast channel. It's now time for Jake the Viking takeover.
Now, unfortunately, Jake seemed to have the best falling out with MrBeast compared to everyone else that followed him. In this original video, all he would really do is speak positively of his experience on the MrBeast team. At this time, it seemed like MrBeast was an extremely good guy to work with in the content world. Based on what Jake said, it seemed like he was very respectful and overall a great person to work with. However, Jake's perception of MrBeast would seemingly begin to change shortly after all of this happened, as live on stream, he would make numerous comments that hinted at the fact that MrBeast wasn't the same person that even he described him as in this original video.
MrBeast's nice off camera. I assume you guys just always wondered, so thought I would ask. P Green, I'll be real with you. I ain't answering that on stream.
Now again, this is a major contradiction to what he said in his original video, going from saying that him and MrBeast had no bad blood and all of these positive things about him, to then going on to on stream, implying that he is not a nice person off camera. Seemed a little bit like he was just doing all of this to try and start controversy for clout, or that him and MrBeast actually had a problem this entire time that he just wasn't telling anyone. And that's something that a lot of other MrBeast employees would seemingly have as well, as after Jake would make numerous comments about him leaving and spark a ton of controversy all over the internet, tons of other ex-MrBeast employees would do the same thing, multiple of them also talking very highly about MrBeast at the start, and then going on to make full exposed videos about the terrible conditions that MrBeast put them through.
Respectfully, anybody that just makes a regular, exposed video, in my eyes, why wait so long to when a person's career is like skyrocketing so high or starting to slowly plummet, y'all choose to make an exposed video? That's why sometimes I don't take exposed videos, very serious, because it's a pattern. It's either the person is rising or the person is already plummeting, is when people want to come out with exposed videos. That's why I don't take exposed videos serious. But who knows? A lot of it could be true, because, damn near everybody that's a part of, the entertainment world that are big are all considered industry plants. So who knows? It could be some shit that they really could be doing, but I don't know. All I know is I just do not take exposed videos serious, like, at all. Any ones that you see me react to, I don't take them serious unless, I really, there's real good reason on why I take it serious. Feel me? But other than that, so far with MrBeast, I haven't really seen too much. I've just been hearing a lot of negative, but also same thing going on with MJ, bro. And we already know what's going on with him. People wait until like a person is dead or if they're on a fall off. That's pretty much about it.
Through. One of these people went by the name of Soar Turner. He would make an entire, now deleted video titled Why I Quit Working for MrBeast, where he would talk about his very positive experience working for the team.
MrBeast paid for my rent every month when I lived in North Carolina, and he said, all right, you can live here as long as you want. You can literally stay in this pretty expensive apartment just until you feel comfortable leaving. Don't feel like you're in a rush. Stay as long as you want. Stay for months if you want to. It doesn't matter to us. They're still paying me right now. I'm still technically working. I'm not going to give any numbers or anything. They said we're still gonna pay you for a while, and that is basically funding my trip to backpack across Asia. He's saying you don't have to work for me, but I'll still pay you, and because of that, I hope that lets you live in LA, go to college, backpack Asia. Whatever you want to do after this, I want to set you up for that. And the job is still an amazing job. If you have the opportunity to get this job that I had, totally take it. It's a lot of fun. It was basically just like a friendship, and going to work was a blast each and every day.
Now, strangely enough, after all of this happened, Turner would make a major tweet essentially exposing MrBeast and contradicting everything he said in his original video. I'm not going to make a video about my time editing for MrBeast, but I will say that it was the most mentally draining time of my life. I was yelled at, bullied, called mentally retarded, and replaceable by MrBeast every day. Being in tears and having mental breakdowns day after day is difficult, and after a while became too much. After every editing mistake I made, I was made to feel like an absolute idiot, even if the content wasn't real. No credit was given unless a video I edited got credited to someone else. Editors were also told if they were ever to leave the team, we shouldn't be set up for success after, so no credit will be given. Ideas will be taken, people will be baited into the team, and I would be screamed at and then told I just misinterpreted what I heard by his impossible to please manager. We were forced to re-sign NDAs and then told that these were our glory days. That's what it's like to work for MrBeast, and that's why I don't work there now. Thanks for tuning in. Now, despite all of these,
then again, why wait so long to go through the abuse and then say something about it? See what I'm saying? Why wait so long? You're a listen, for one, you're a grown-ass man, okay? You should never let another grown-ass man put you in a position where you feel uncomfortable to speak up. Speak up, my nigga, you're grown. So why wait? You feel me? Is it something that, they have over your head that you can't? Like, if you say something, they could fuck your life up? Listen, NDAs or whatever the fuck you want to call them, dude, man, fuck all that shit. You can handle all that shit through court. But you should never be playing about your respect, man. If you letting a person play on your respect and calling you retarded and shit just because of a simple mistake that you can be easily replaceable, my nigga, speak on that shit sooner, bro. Don't wait on that shit. You don't ever wait on that type of shit. You wait on that type of shit, it makes you look like you are the one that's just trying to put somebody else down that's doing successful. That's just how it be looking. But then again, I could be wrong. I am not 100% sure that any of this is true. So do not take what I am saying serious. Okay?
Crazy accusations made against MrBeast and his entire team, he would continue to deny it and act like none of it ever happened at all. Which, I mean, to be fair, we have absolutely no idea if he did or didn't do any of this, but knowing what we know about MrBeast now, it honestly doesn't seem out of the realm of possibilities. And even though Turner originally said that he wasn't gonna make a video on this situation, MrBeast's lack of accountability for his actions would ultimately lead him to post another now deleted video on his YouTube channel.
All I've seen is people praise MrBeast, whether that be just people around me, people online. Everyone's like, this is the best guy on the planet. And while he is definitely a good guy, I'm not going to take anything away from his charitable efforts that he's done. It does get annoying when the person that everyone knows as a saint, you know, as someone who is the complete opposite. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, just like actors, MrBeast and Jimmy Donaldson are two different people. This is basically just a compilation of all the videos MrBeast made thus far on his channel of him giving away money, adding up to him hitting $500,000. He's like, I want you to get every time I've ever given away money, add it up in the corner, and it should equal $500,000. I was like, this isn't gonna work because you clickbait. He'd be like, no, I swear, I did the math. I was like, all right, man, for sure. 8 hours passes by, I finish editing the video, and instead of the $500,000 he wants it to hit, it's maybe $410,000, and I'm like, Jimmy, clickbait is a thing you need to take into consideration. It came to a point where he's like, you know what, just start over, man. Deletes the project file, is like, start from scratch. Even if you delete the project file and make me restart and make me recut up all these clips, I can't make this equal $500,000. I am going insane. I don't know how you want me to do this. By day like 5, when he comes in and does basically the same thing and just scraps my whole video and asks me to do it again, I'm like, dude, let me take a walk, man. I specifically walked to a good friend who worked there at the Times office about 30 seconds away, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do right now. I can't edit this video for like another day. He wants me to come in on the weekend and do the same thing. I'm literally gonna go crazy. And that's when Jimmy hears me talking about how aggravated I'm getting with the situation, and apparently like talking shit behind his back, which I really wasn't. I just wanted like help. Comes in the room and he goes, you absolute fucking get back in that fucking room, or I swear to God, Turner.
MrBeast talking like that? What? Are we for real? Is this really how he be talking to y'all? Nah, that can't be Jimmy. Really? Damn. Shit, then again, like I said before, why not speak on this sooner? You feel me?
Jesus Christ, how many fucking times do I have to tell you how to edit this video? What are you, a fucking...
Now again, it is really strange how all of these people who were exposing MrBeast were once the people who were speaking very highly about him. And even though what they're saying could have been very, very true, it also really does seem like they're just doing all of this for clout. Let's be honest, in the moment whenever they originally left...
Exactly. Fucking exactly. Why the fuck do y'all wait? I don't get shit like this. As a grown-ass man, this is not even just a grown-ass man, even a woman too, bro. If you feel like you going through some type of shit like this, bro, some type of mental or emotional abuse, you speak on that shit sooner than later, especially if it's from somebody that's big as fuck, bro. Not everybody deserves to be at the motherfucking top. And not everybody deserves to be accused on some bullshit. If you speak on it sooner, it could be a lot more believable and probably less hate. But if you speaking on it months or to a year afterwards, you're starting to seem more or less like you just trying to get the clicks of views for yourself. Like, come on now. You can't just destroy somebody else's reputation just because you want to build yours and build an empire or, you know, try and get a quick buck. It's just not how it works. Okay? That's just not how this type of shit works. Some people it does, some people it plummets.
MrBeast, they could have been on very good terms with him and everything like that. He was still paying them. They were able to make a viral video titled something along the lines of "Why I Quit MrBeast" and stuff like that. But whenever all of that began to dry up and MrBeast would stop talking to them because, well, they don't work for him anymore, they would decide to make an exposed video, well, for obvious reasons. Keep in mind, I'm not really trying to necessarily defend MrBeast. I'm just trying to stay unbiased and give him the benefit of the doubt as well, especially considering quite literally the biggest expose against MrBeast we've ever seen. I'm sure most of you guys remember the Dogpack 404 situation. Dogpack 404 was a guy who posted an entire movie-like production exposing MrBeast for a ton of different reasons. Everything from rigged challenges and fake footage to a toxic and unsafe work environment and even exploitation of minors. All extremely damning allegations that, no matter the size of your YouTube channel or business in general, can absolutely shatter everything. Now, even though for a while a lot of people believed the things Dogpack said in these videos, it was later found out that in the third part that he was about to post, a lot of the information in it was actually fake, essentially destroying all of Dogpack's credibility and making a lot of people completely switch sides on the situation, because that misinformation that he was going to post in that video takes away all the credibility for even his past parts. Despite that though, one interview that Dogpack did in one of his previous parts actually was very insightful in this situation. This interview was of a guy named Jake Weddle, who was another past MrBeast employee that had by far the most disturbing story out of all of them.
There was one video I was in, I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well. It was the like surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary or surviving solitary for whatever. It got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. People don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me, and it didn't go well. They weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time-lapse shots. The time-lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping? Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. The lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep. And I have insomnia problems now. They might have started there. I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this we gotta stop. I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend, and I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
That's
And he
crazy.
goes, ask me why I have 2 briefcases. And I'm like, why do you have
Crazy as fuck.
And he goes, oh, because this one's for today, you know, and this one's for the challenge. And I go, what's the challenge today? He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is, and you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. People who run marathons train forever, and it's still hard. Ryder, do I look like I run? I don't run, let alone a marathon.
Did you try to say no? Like, did you have a choice, or?
There was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know? I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. I was able to take some breaks, and I asked him, how long do I have? He goes, until I get back. And I'm running until 3 a.m. When I got off the treadmill, oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red, I couldn't walk, my muscles were like, just the lactic acid, I got off the treadmill, and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, you know, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I'm done, I'm done, I'm out.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I do genuinely believe that Jake Weddle went through a lot in that video. Of course, assuming that everything he said is absolutely true. However, nowadays in the internet, it's extremely difficult to believe anyone, because in the clout-driven culture we live in, people will easily spread lies on anyone's name just to simply make a quick buck, especially since we have little to no proof that—
That's exactly what I said earlier. Remember, chat? They will say any and everything just to get a quick buck. It's be sickening out here for shit like this, bro. And just like how they said about the dog pack, nigga, man, I remember seeing those videos. Actually, I remember sitting there actually watching those videos, and I'll just be sitting here like, a lot of this that's being talked about, why was it never brought to the, you know, attention to the public like anytime sooner than what it did? Because it was all just trying to make money. That's all it is.
that what Jake Weddle's saying is actually true. All we have is his word, and that's essentially it, which is something that can't be said about Ava Chris Tyson. At this point, I'm sure you're all well aware of the entire Ava Chris Tyson situation, or if you don't know what happened, you at least know the name Ava Chris Tyson, but she was essentially a major figure in the MrBeast channel.
I remember this whole situation, bro. Bro, this was crazy. I'm not even going to lie. This man is a fucking weirdo. Alright. Anything that came out of this nigga mouth, I ain't believe it. Cause nigga, you were known for being just a fucking weirdo. That's why I ain't really give a fuck about what the fuck he says. Honestly, respectfully, fuck what he says.
Ever since the very beginning, even described by MrBeast himself as the very first subscriber to his channel. And well, in July of 2024, numerous allegations would be put against Ava, alleging that she was talking inappropriately to underage fans for numerous years while she was working on the MrBeast channel, leading to one of the biggest controversies in YouTube history and thousands of videos being made about the situation. And due to the absolutely insane amount of public and private proof, Ava Chris Tyson was quite literally undefendable on the internet.
There are tons of screenshots to showcase exactly what was being said to someone who was between 13 and 14 years old at the time, and it's fucking gross. It's completely unacceptable. Some of them were just public tweets right under everyone's nose. So Ava Tyson was an adult at this point, Lava was a child. And saying things like, I posted some fire for you, please no share, and then other shit like, but not $5, pathetic JK kissy face. They seem to communicate a lot, even sending
fucking
Snapchats.
Weirdo, bro.
So here's one that says coming for America, and then goes on to talk about being in a group chat and everything. And I've seen a lot of people try and cope and deflect, saying like, oh, it's just edgy jokes, people are blowing this out of proportion. What a bunch of fucking nonsense. That's a load of hooey. That's dirty barnacles. That's ridiculous. Under no circumstances should an adult be communicating with a child in any inappropriate manner whatsoever. Edgy jokes between an adult and a child are still fucking gross. That's not like the slam dunk defense that some people seem to think it is.
And also, Ava was allegedly buying, viewing, and supporting an artist on the internet named Shadman, who's known for making art of underage kids in very disgusting and suggestive ways.
Shadman was an artist who drew child. One of the most infamous cases was when he drew Keemstar's.
Listen, filming child porn is already bad enough, but drawing it is actually a different breed. Respectfully, that's a different breed. What is you drawing these kids for? Like, it's already bad enough you filming. Why the fuck is you drawing? And then for this nigga Chris to be doing that shit is fucking insane. I'm not even gonna lie. Whatever happened to him, he deserved it. And then what happened to whoever that artist or whatever he is, I really hope he gets the weirdest, most strangest, most worst punishment ever for doing some shit like that. Most definitely. All pedos. All right. All pedophiles need something done to them. Death, at least. Literally.
8-year-old daughter in a pornographic setting. Ava Tyson has publicly tweeted about Lolly, and in particular, there are tweets of Ava Tyson talking either to or about Shadman. A lot of the tweets are gone now because the Twitter account has been nuked, but there are archives of a lot of them. And one thing that still persists, and one thing that a lot of people have been showing, is that Ava Tyson may have actually commissioned a piece from Shadman, or at the very least, purchased a piece from Shadman. There's a clip from a MrBeast video where there is Shadman art hanging on the wall, belonging to Ava Tyson. I censored the close-up of the art for obvious reasons, but this is something that is irrefutable. The only question about Ava Tyson and Shadman's connection is whether or not a piece was commissioned or purchased. But at the very least, a piece was owned by Ava Tyson.
Now, during this time, many people began to wonder, did MrBeast himself know about the behavior that his friend Chris was doing? And more importantly, was he going to remove Chris from the group and everything like that? Well, Ava would make a tweet shortly after this, surprisingly not taking any accountability for her actions. I would like to apologize for my past
Not a her. Not a her. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I don't care if you're, trans, but listen, you lose my respect when you do weird shit like this. I cannot call Ava / Chris Tyson a woman after this. You are just simply a fucking weirdo. You are a weird ass man. You don't get the respect out of me to be called a woman. And I don't care how anybody else feels about it. And you can go ahead and boo and cry about it. That's just how I personally feel about little shit like this when it comes from weirdos like him.
Behavior or comments if I hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Now, many people thought this was extremely strange because Ava was essentially just apologizing to anyone that she's hurt, but also not really admitting that she did anything wrong. I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations, Lava GS, has vocally supported that they are false. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I've hurt for my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and those who may feel betrayed on how I used to act online. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. In past years, I've learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I have stepped away. Now again, this was received by a ton of negativity all over the internet, as with all of the proof we had about Ava Chris Tyson being an absolutely disgusting person, there was nothing that anyone could do to change the opinions of the public. So obviously, MrBeast would make his own response to the situation as well, saying that he was the one who kicked Ava Chris Tyson off the team, and that he does not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions that Ava Chris Tyson did in the past. To be honest, this is probably the best response MrBeast could have made for his PR. Obviously, this is not what the general public wanted. They probably wanted a video response or something way crazier, but for MrBeast's own career and reputation, this is probably the best move he possibly could have made.
Smartest
and after this
move he could
point,
have
he would
made.
go on doing things as usual as if nothing ever happened. Later dropping one more tweet on the legal investigation he was doing on Ava Chris Tyson to prove that throughout this entire time, he had absolutely no idea what was going on between Ava and anything she was doing. Where we really don't know where Ava Chris Tyson is, where this investigation went, if MrBeast actually knew about Ava this entire time. All we can really do is make assumptions on the situation. I personally believe that there was absolutely no way MrBeast didn't know about all of these disgusting things that Chris Tyson was doing. But obviously, that was his friend and someone who supported him since the very beginning of his YouTube channel, so he was trying his best not to cut that person off. And with that, the final thing I need to touch on in this video is MrBeast recently getting sued by an ex-employee for even more serious things that have threatened his entire career, which has gotten so big that even news stations are starting to pick it up.
MrBeast's companies are facing a legal challenge of their own, just as Jimmy Donaldson himself took the stage at the Time 100 Summit as one of the world's most influential people. Former employee Lorraine Mavromatis filing a federal lawsuit in North Carolina, claiming she faced discrimination, retaliation, was required to work while on maternity leave, and was terminated within a few weeks of returning to the job, told she was too high caliber for the position. NBC News spoke with Mavromatis today in a broadcast exclusive.
I do not want to be silenced anymore. I really want to use my voice.
In the complaint, she alleges that she rose quickly inside the company after starting in 2022. But after recent concerns about sexual harassment, was demoted and transferred into what the lawsuit calls a division where, quote, careers go to die. MrBeast spokeswoman responding to NBC News, saying Mavromatis' position was eliminated as part of a restructuring, adding in a statement, quote, this clout-chasing complaint is built on deliberate misrepresentations and categorically false statements, and we have the receipts to prove it. There is extensive evidence, including Slack and WhatsApp messages, company documents, and witness testimony that unequivocally refutes her claims. We will not submit to opportunistic lawyers looking to manufacture a payday from us. case.
Now, I will say, compared to all the other people who made allegations against MrBeast, other than the ones against Ava Chris Tyson, obviously, this one does seem by far the most professional. I mean, this person went ahead and sued MrBeast even before going on the news or making any public statements about it. At least that was my understanding of the situation. So I don't think she was really clout chasing at all. It just seemed a bit strange how MrBeast's team was presenting it as she was trying to leech clout off them when clearly you can see that that wasn't the case whatsoever.
The lawsuit also alleges Mavromatis was contacted to work while on maternity leave, and that the company never gave her required notice of her rights under the Family and Medical Leave Act.
Jimmy Donaldson himself, he says that you've got to get the job done, and there's no excuses.
Her suit claims she feared retaliation if she refused to work during her leave and was on a work conference call while in the labor and delivery room and traveled to Brazil for a shoot with soccer star Neymar a few weeks after giving birth.
But if Neymar wins, I will donate it to whatever charity he chooses.
No mother would want to leave their newborn baby behind to go to work, especially out of the country when you're breastfeeding your baby. That's the last thing that I wanted to do.
Documents obtained by NBC News show Mavromatis' signature on an employee handbook dated 4 days before giving birth, which laid out the company's maternity leave policies, something Mavromatis says she doesn't remember.
So you never signed any sort of FMLA documents 4 days before you gave birth?
No, I do not recall signing, and I was never informed of my rights.
It's going to be interesting to see the proof MrBeast's team brings out regarding this entire situation, because this is one of the first instances where someone who doesn't seem to want to be a public figure is actually going ahead and suing MrBeast for some pretty crazy and valid reasons. So with that, make sure you guys drop a comment down below on your thoughts on this entire situation. What do you guys think about MrBeast? Do you guys think that these people are all clout chasers, or that MrBeast is actually the guy that they say he is? Instagram shout out of the day.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, chat. This one was a crazy ass video. If you guys actually enjoyed this one, make sure you go ahead and leave a like and also comment your favorite part of this, video, man. Because I'm not even gonna lie, Jimmy, this is some crazy accusations, don't you think? Man, oh man, you guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm gonna catch y'all.